1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Hey, E flat.
It is.
It's typical Dennis Chang. All right.
Yeah, I had to deal with that for a week with him.
It's the new harmony thing. It's the new trend. We're here with the Duved and Dunayevsky.
fell.
We're in Taiwan, Taipei, Taiwan, in the studio here. And we just recorded a lesson on musette. A teaser lesson. Maybe we'll make more. Check it out at DC Music School. Anyway, talk to us about this style
Let's
of music.
talk.
Yeah, a little
so
bit.
yeah,
like,
so this is my last day in Taipei. I came here to play at the festival of Vincent, and I had this idea for the past year and a half. I'm a bit obsessed with musette, and I have a new band, Duved and his Three Musketeers. So I really wanted to make a lesson to teach everybody about my new discoveries of the style, because I don't feel like there is any band right now in the world who plays old musette, 20s and 30s style. So I would like to share that a bit. Now,
I'm just curious because well, you talk about this in the lesson about the difference between how you played and how others played, and it seems to me when I not that I'm an expert, but when I see like a lot of modern players playing this the waltz stuff, they tend to play like very jazzy chords,
sure.
and you seem to have a completely different way. Like they'll play like E minor like this.
Yeah, but that's exactly the same. Like while when we play Django's music and stuff like this. I mean, I on purpose I play voicings that were used back then, and so it's the same. I mean, modern lots of contemporary players, they don't necessarily care because they don't try to necessarily recreate a specific sound, and I do. Um, but I like with the music, like with playing the music of Django, what I try to do is to not to play the same tunes, but really being able to emulate and capture this aesthetic. And specifically with the musette, I listen to lots and lots of tunes, and basically I'm reviving tunes that were not. I can say confidently that they were not played for 100 years, and I take it from. They were not played on the guitars on the guitar either. So I translate from the accordion into a language in a way that makes sense on the guitar. So you get to have the liberty of interpretation, of changing the melodies a bit and make it make sense in our context.
There's one thing that I hear when you play it. I get vibes of like Django's, kind of like the Ferrer brothers, Barreau, Maturo, a little bit of that vibe.
Of course. So, for those of you who don't know, Django and his boys, when they grew up, that's the music they listen to, because this is musette is the only authentic, by authentic I mean original Parisian form of music. So when Django and these guys, when they grew up before jazz arrived to France, that's the music they heard in the streets and in clubs, and that's the music they played. So it really it naturally, if you like gypsy jazz or Django's music, that's naturally one of the things that makes sense to learn to have a complete kind of knowledge of the.
Speaking of that, how do you think that music influenced Django's kind of like jazz playing?
I don't think that musically it influenced a lot. I think that it gave him a technique of a monster, because the musette is incredibly technical, virtuosic. Um,
But in Django's playing, he has a lot of these ornaments that you showed too, right? These little weird ornaments.
but not the same ones. I don't feel. I don't feel that because in the musette I speak a little bit in the lesson about the typical accents that we get, like to be guitar specific, like if you do a hammer or a pull off or picking everything or just okay. But I don't feel like Django.
He does do that in his jazz playing though. Well, something like let's say I don't know, I can't tell you exactly where, but let's say there's an A7 chord, and instead of doing, you do.
Okay, sure, but is that not? I don't know if it's something that is only Django-esque.
I have no idea.
So
That's why I'm asking you if that's something that came from.
Right. I don't know. I never felt like his music. Like I don't feel that his music has lots of manouche harmony influence. I think both also in the manouche both the influence from the manouche and the influence from the musette. I think it's a virtuosity and this kind of humph, you know.
So you talk about technique, how it affected his technique. Can you talk to us about your beautiful injury?
Yeah. So the musette, as I said, is very technical, and here is a cautionary tale. Is that what it means, a cautionary tale? Anyways, just on my experience, because I started really playing it a lot in the beginning of the year, and February I got an injury. It's not clear because tendinitis, but then like maybe other stuff, and it's been since February that intermittently I have to stop like a month without touching the guitar. Then I play a bit. Then again, we actually went to the studio, and we twice we booked a session to record the Musette album, and one time we even started and had to cancel because my wrist is injured. I'm doing everything I can about it. But so I was really looking forward to this lesson a few months ago. I told Dennis, hey, when I'm coming to Taiwan, let's do a lesson about Musette. And my hand was better, but then a month ago or so, it got worse again. And in the lesson, unfortunately, I play not even close to how it should sound, like the difference between how it sounds when I'm in good condition. So
But it's good enough for teaching, I swear. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not telling you don't buy the lesson.
Please buy it. I want to eat my, what do you call it, malawa?
Malawa. Buy the lesson so I can buy myself a new wrist. No, but just honestly, and you will be able to hear it. There is no question about it. My playing is in the lesson is I cannot do the things I want to do or show exactly how a tremolo should be, because tremolo is really the thing that hurts your wrist or that hurt my wrist. But all the information is there, and I explain stuff. And here's the thing I can tell you now. So there is, when we play, you play with the angle of your wrist, and I play with a sharp angle. Like even doing this now hurts me. So I changed my technique since I hurt myself to a bit of more of a straight wrist, which is just helpful, because if you tremolo with a wrist like this, it's lots of tension or whatever. So the straighter the wrist, I think it's healthier, but then one thing gives you power, more force, the other one gives you speed. So the battery
Went out.
So then it's just put a new battery in the camera.
How do you eat a banana?
What do you mean? That's the traditional Jewish way to do it. No, but monkeys, they say that monkeys peel it from the other side.
Ah,
Jews do it from that side.
nice.
I also decided to play on Dennis's $100 guitar.
Yes.
Not in the lesson, but just now, because when the tension is so low that it doesn't hurt my wrist.
You were talking about the right hand tension, so like sharp angle. You were like this, huh? That does hurt.
Already?
Why would you play this way?
Because I get an amazing sound. So just just be careful when you're in an angle. I feel like you have much more power because when you're like this, where does the power come from the hand? Here you can really use your wrist to dig in. But if you tremolo like this, you become like me, an invalid.
It's been a blast hanging out with Duved in Japan, and no, it's okay. I don't need it. And yeah, check out the lessons.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.